Okay, today's topic will be about splitting. First question is what does a split mean? And all the split means is moving your back checkers up. One of the back checkers up, and this is a split. So you move it up one, and this is called the minor split, 24 to 23. Move it up 22, 21. 20 spot, that's called the major split. Why would you want to split? Well, for a number of reasons. One is you'd like to do a number of things. First of all, if your opponent brings a checker into the outfield, if you split, even a minor split, you have twice as many shots at hitting him. So if you're here, you're not split, you have a 6-3 to hit, 4-5 to hit. You are split. You've still got the 6-3 and 4-5, but you've also got the 5-3 and 2-6. Yeah, so you've doubled your chances of hitting them. You've also significantly increased your chances of making an advanced anchor. Advanced anchor prevents your opponent from priming you, and so that's a very strong, much stronger defensive position. So that's why you want to split. The question is, when do you split? The answer is, first of all, the proverb, I guess, is split when it's appropriate, maybe. So when is it appropriate? Well, there are some major signs that you need to look at. So let me put them on here. Sign to split. And sign not to split, and there's only really one sign not to split when your opponent has 10 or more checkers in the zone. Okay, now what does that mean? Checkers in the zone is just this area here in front of you. That's your opponent's checkers in the zone. So now he starts with 8, 5 on the 6 point, and 3 on the 8 point. And so if he were to bring down 2, 1 in here, you have 10, that'd be a sign not to split. But if he brought 1 down, maybe he did this with a 2-1, that would be a sign that it's okay to split. Or it would be a sign, it's a negative sign, it's not a negative sign not to split. Okay. That's one. Now, the signs to split. Generally, there are 3. The first one being your opponent has an advanced anchor. Second one is going to be you're well blocked. Your back checkers are well blocked. And we'll explain what that means in a second. And the third is going to be opponent has split his back checkers, and by a major split. The minor split, which is just 24 to 23, is not a strong sign. Okay, what do these mean? Opponent has an advanced anchor. Well, advanced anchor is here, 3 point, 4 point, or 5 point. If your opponent has accomplished that, you need to split to get an advanced anchor for yourself. That's an advanced anchor. Okay, what does well blocked mean? Well, if your opponent gets a 6-1 to start with, makes that. Now you're well blocked. Well blocked means that your 5s and 6s are blocked so that you can't easily escape out. So this is a sign that you need to split. Now, your opponent splits back checkers. Well, we know what that split is. We just explained it. This is a minor split. This is not a strong sign that you need to split. But it's okay. But other things being equal, it's a sign to split. This is a stronger sign to split, so is this. These are major splits. Okay, so let's look at some examples. And here's an example. You're on the bar. What are you going to do? Well, the question is, you've got to come in with either the 1 or the 5. Come in from the bar of the 1, then you can't split your back checkers. You can't move it 5. Come in on the 5, then you have a checker, one checker to move. You can either slot, you can either step up, move this one here, or 8 to 7. So what do the splitting rules say? Well, we look at it, the opponent has 9 checkers in the zone, so that there's no sign not to split there. He does not have the advanced anchor. In fact, he hasn't even split, major or minor. But he does have you well blocked. Got the bar point and the E point and the 6 point. So that's going to mean you need to come in on the 5 and pick your best one. The answer to that, what the best one is a little bit secondary. The important thing is that you come in on the 5. Anything that doesn't come in the 5 is kind of a blunder, as long as you don't do something really stupid with your other checker. Okay, so that's an example 1. First example. Look at another example. Okay. So what do we do here? Let's look at, you've got, the opponent has 10 checkers in the zone. Well, that's a sign not to split. You are not well blocked because the 6 point is open. Your opponent has not achieved an advanced anchor, has not even split, not even a minor split. So since the only sign we have is that it's 10 checkers zone, we shouldn't split here. We should come down with either 2, even 13 to 8 is kind of passive, but it's better than either the splitting than the splitting moves. Okay. Another example. And 6-3 to play. So obviously we're going to come down and cover from the midpoint to cover this point. And the question is, do you move it, you come up with your 3, or do you bring another one down? Normally, let's move here. Normally we have the rule not to strip the the midpoint I mean, but you'd like to be able to make the 5 point next, and bringing one down helps you make that. And he's not in, and you're not in much danger here because only a 4, 5 hits you back. But we have 2 checkers back here. We'd like to split. We'd like to bring them out. We're going to have to bring them out eventually. What are the signs? Well, let's look. He's got 10. There's 5 back, 10 checkers in the zone. So that's a sign not to split. We aren't well blocked. So we don't have that sign, which tells us to split. Our opponent has not formed an advanced anchor and is not even split. So that tells us that we should not split here. So the right move is to bring 2 down. Now in this case, splitting is not terrible. You have the stripping the midpoint, but the signs tell you to not split. If you follow the signs, you'll generally get it right. For example. Okay, here we are. Let's look at what we have. Okay, our opponent has 11 checkers in the zone, so that's a sign not to split. However, our opponent has an advanced anchor. Now, this is an advanced anchor. The bar point is considered an advanced anchor for purposes of these rules. So that's a sign to split. Our checkers, well, one of our checkers is well blocked, and if we place our checker here on the ace point, we aren't going to be able to move the 5, so our checkers will be well blocked. So we've got two signs to split. Generally, the signs to split are stronger than the sign not to split. And those are overruled. But here, we must come in on the 5, with the 5, and then step up 1. Probably the back checker, which will put pressure on here, on the strip, the blot on the 8 point. Let's put that. Yeah, and any move that comes in that doesn't come in on the 5 point is a big blunder. Okay, so those are the basic rules. Now we're going to go to the quiz portion, and we'll put some positions up, and you stop the recording and try to decide what your play is. Go over the 3 rules. Signs to split. Opponent has 10 checkers in the zone. Signs and evaluate each one. Does the opponent have an advanced anchor? Are your checkers well blocked? Your back checkers well blocked? And has your opponent split his back checkers with a major split? And so when you answered all those questions and come up with your play, start the recording again, and we'll go over the answer. Okay, so we have a 4-1 to play, and this is a tough one because first of all we need to decide, do we need to split here? Does this one go from here to here? And the answer is, well, we don't have a sign not to split. He's got only 9 checkers in the zone. This checker also is not fully in the zone because he's blocked by the 6. So really generally when this happens, we call it 8.5 checkers. In any case, he does not have 10 checkers in the zone. So there's no sign not to split. The opponent has an advanced anchor. That is a sign to split. Our checkers aren't well blocked, but the advanced anchor is a strong sign to split. So what we have to do is split. 24-23. Now the question is, what's our 4? Well, we only have 2 4s to play. From the midpoint here, which gives him a direct shot, or from the 6 to the 2, which basically kills this checker. This checker can't do anything useful for the rest of the game until we start bearing off. Generally, that's a bad idea. And if unless you're bringing your checkers around to trying to get them to safety, and doing so avoids leaving a direct shot, you don't want to do this. We're not anywhere near the end of the game. We're in the middle of the game. So the answer is here. Very counterintuitive, but the splitting rules lead you that way. Answer. And anything else is a blunder. This is probably what most people would consider doing, and it's a blunder. So, okay, let's go on to the next one. And again, stop the recording, go through the signs, try to figure out what your best play is. Okay, let's look at the signs. We've got a sign not to split. There's 11 checkers in the zone. However, for the signs to split, we're not well blocked, so that doesn't come into play. However, the opponent has gotten himself an advanced anchor. That's a sign that we need to split, and that overrides the 11 checkers in the zone. So we're going to split here. We're going to bring this. Well, there are various splits we could make, either 2 up or 1 up and 1 down here. Yes, there's 2 up altogether, which is a good split as well. This is just as good. This one is not quite as good. The reason is you'd like to make this point. Bringing a checker here helps you make that point. That's why that's a little bit worse. Okay. That's the second one. Let's go to the third quiz question. Hopefully you didn't see that, but let's look at this. Now we're later in the game. This isn't really an opening anymore, but we're later in the game. We haven't split our back checkers yet. Do we split them now? And going through the rules, again, turn off the recording and see what, go through the rules and see what they tell you. Okay. We certainly have a sign not to split. 12 checkers in the zone, all in this area here. That's a sign not to split. However, the opponent has an advanced anchor, sign to split, we have to split, and we are well blocked. So those two things, either one of them would be enough to tell us to split. So we need to split. Okay. Which means we're going to bring this one up 2, we're bringing up 4. The blessed play is bringing up 4 and covering. Generally, if you can cover, if you have a block in your inner board, you're going to want to cover. We're looking for an exchange of hits here. We're behind in the race. We want to hit them. And we have a strong board, and we can make it stronger by covering there. So that's part of it too. We must cover there. Not stepping up though is generally a blunder. I guess if we did something really silly, like one of these plays, it's not a blunder when we step up, when we split our back checkers. But we do need to split here. Okay. Next question. Next quiz. Okay, 6-2 to play. Again, this is a little farther along in the game, but what do you do here? Just for, because it's not clear for purposes of whether your opponent is split or not, a single checker back when your opponent has back checker is equivalent to a not splitting. So keep that in mind. Okay, what do you say? All right, well, let's look at it. We've got a lot of checkers in the zone. That's a sign not to split. Opponent does not have an advanced anchor. Again, a single checker back does not, and has not split, and the opponent has not split. For purposes of this, even though he's escaped the checker, that's not counted as a split. Consequently, we don't have a sign that we should split here. If we have a sign, then not split. So we're not going to bring that up. We're not going to move the back checkers. What do? Well, there's not really any good play. We're forced to leave a direct shot. So we might as well leave a direct shot on the point that we'd like to make. Bring the 6-2 down. These aren't as good. It leaves a direct shot, and that doesn't do anything. This is not the point we're going to make. There are actually more shots. Why that's not as good. This one again, we slot in the point we don't want. So that's how we can apply. Okay, last quiz question. Again, go through the analysis and see what it tells you. Okay, not to split. We've got 6 checkers back. That means there are 9 in the zone. No sign not to split there. Opponent has an advanced anchor. Nope, no advanced anchor. Our checker's well blocked. Well, if we come in the 1, they are. So that's a sign to split. Opponent has split, although it's a minor split, so that's not that important. So we need to split. We need to come in the 5. Before we want to step this checker up to put pressure on this strip, on the block on the 8th one. Okay. And that's the end of the session.